Good morning. As some of you may know, we recently climbed Mount Kenya with our parents in order to raise money for a local Kenyan orphanage.
Mount Kenya is the second tallest mountain in Africa and has a summit of over 4,985 metres. This makes it 3.5 times bigger than Ben Nevis, which is the tallest mountain in the UK. We hope you enjoy our presentation.
We set off in the car the day we arrived home and reached Mount Kenya National Park later that afternoon. Having arrived, we met up with our crew and guides who would help us make it to the top. We then stayed in the tents at the bottom of the mountain on the first night. After a relatively comfortable night, we packed our bags and began climbing the mountain. The route we took us up the east side of the mountain and down the west, and consisted of a 3-day hike through the ever-changing scenery. The hike took 3 days because you have to climb slowly in order to avoid getting altitude sickness and having to leave the trip. On the course of the journey, our route took us to 2 lakes, Lake Ellis and Lake Mickelson, at which we would stop hiking and set up camp. Both were larger lakes hidden away within valleys, but both very beautiful. Our final camp was a bleak expanse of rock above the snow line, an imaginary line where plants and trees no longer grow due to Arctic temperatures. However, upon reaching the camp, we were told we could summit that day rather than at 5 a.m. the next morning. So after a short lunch, we got our warm clothes on and headed to the top. This consisted of climbing over and up rocks. This was extremely challenging to do in low levels of oxygen, as every movement and every pull required a break to recover oxygen immediately after. The final part endured a short climb on a ladder to reach the small plateau at the top of the mountain. We were met at the top by a freezing snowstorm, which managed to limit our views. However, we could still make out some of the landmarks, such as the Lewis Glacier, which is predicted to only have 30 years of life left due to global warming rapidly increasing the melting speed. We spent the final night enduring freezing cold temperatures and severe lack of sleep due to low oxygen levels. This did, however, allow us to get up early and start our descent. This was 10 hours of going down steep cliffs, which proved rather difficult and saw most of us fall over a few times. It did end up flattening out, and we passed rivers and waterfalls produced by melting snow from the top of the mountain. This runoff provides water for at least 2 million people in the surrounding area. After a very long day going down, we finally reached the van and knew we had all succeeded in climbing Mount Kenya.
We did this to raise money for Mogra's Children Rescue Centre, which cares for 350 plus children who have been abandoned, orphaned or neglected. Over 90 of them are 4 years and under, the youngest of whom are just days old. This centre is dedicated to providing a loving, safe, caring and religious environment. The home is committed to inspire and encourage each child to strive towards taking their rightful place in Kenyan society and the world at large, and to become good citizens. However, due to its success, the current facilities are now overcrowded and not fit for purpose. Infection control is poor due to babies sharing cots, and there are inadequate washing facilities, putting Mogra in great danger under the current situation. A project is underway to create a new dedicated unit design for the little people living there. This is being led and organised by a British Army spouse and her husband, currently serving in Kenya. Together with the centre and a British Kenyan building firm, we have come up with a plan for a purpose-built 2-storey baby and toddler unit. We are raising money towards laying the foundations, which is the first phase on the project. Our family is already doing as much as we can to help these children by visiting them and allowing them to visit us, where we provide a picnic and a green place to play, something they do not have. We will leave a link for our sponsorship page with this video, and we ask, if you haven't already, to please help these children. Any sponsorship you can provide will go towards helping their lives and these vulnerable children and will be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, and we hope you all have a great day.